It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we've got the Giants. Rocket on quarterback. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Giants and the Vikings, and it's coming up next.
What better way to start off the afternoon than with some football, huh? It's time to get things started here on the NFL on EA Sports. Joined by a former NFL quarterback up in the booth, Mr. Brock Heward. I'm Kate Scott, and Brock, you can brag if you'd like to, because I know you had quite the big arm in your days with the Huskies and the Seahawks in Seattle. Well, we've got a couple of quarterbacks here who also know how to push that football down the field.
Yeah, you got a couple QBs who are going to keep these defenses honest today, because the moment they get greedy in coverage or get too aggressive in the pocket, either of these quarterbacks can drop a dime, drop a deep throw right over him for big yardage, and maybe 6 points too.
Will Reichert has it all teed up. And away we go from East Rutherford. Has this at the 6. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So out come the Giants, their first drive of the game coming up. Leading them out, someone in his first NFL season, their rookie starter from Miami.
There were times, I'll be honest with you, Kate, that I wish I played baseball. Because you have a bad outing, like this QB did last week with no touchdowns, a couple interceptions. In baseball, you get to play the next day. You get to flush it right away. He's had to sit on it all week long, and you know he wants to rectify it here.
He'll drive it forward, but won't get beyond the line. Brought to the ground by Cameron Bynum. We'll need to pause now after our first play. One of the D linemen injured on it, and medical staff out now to look at him. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. This is complete to Neighbors. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Well, as we see the names populating this injury report, partner, we recognize they've had to do some adjusting over the course of the season as key contributors have gone down.
And this, right here, this is where fan favorites and surprise superstars are born, Kate. From guys having to step in as a result of these injuries. You never root for players to miss time and go down, but you'll always root for the guys filling in, who are getting their shot to make their name and contribute when it really matters.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. He's got it at the 24. And some nice running on that return. He gets it up past the 35. So we'll see the Vikings offense now for the first time. And they're brought out by the 10th pick of the 2024 draft, a national champion at Michigan, J.J. McCarthy.
That's a loss last week, Kate, that he wears. He's worn it all week long, and I know he isn't the only guy out there. There's 11 on the side on every play, but a couple of interceptions, he's going to hold himself accountable. A lot of work's gone into making sure this week's game is an improvement on that.
Got the one-on-one they wanted, Brock, on that slant, but just not enough to get the completion.
Yeah, you got to create separation. We all love the slant route. It could be super effective, but you got to beat press. You got to beat jam. You got to beat off man, and you got to create separation so there's not that bang-bang impact to knock the ball loose like that.
A solid 8-yard gain there, and now they're going to have 3rd and 2. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Finds him over the middle. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. Slot man motioned over. They'll go play action here. It's McCarthy. Hockenson reels it in. And he's taken down at the 30. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. Offense sure is marching to begin this game. Here's a 1st down from the 30. Give now to the running back. Jukes one defender. And he'll get this down to the 23-yard line before they stop him. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3. Now movement as somebody goes early. And for the first time today, we're going to hear from our officials. One of the most common penalties in the sport. And the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. They'll run here following the penalty. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So they catch the illegal block in the back, Brock, and that's rare that we see the clipping call. It's a dangerous play. It's rightfully going to back up this offense. Caught for big yards on the right side. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. On play action now, McCarthy. That's Jefferson, he's got it. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Here's McCarthy, 1st and 10. Has him on the quick hitter. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. 2nd and 6 coming up here. So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag. So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Running it after the penalty. And he pushes it further into the red zone, down inside the 15. It's a 5-yard gain, and that brings up 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. He brings it in. And he drives this down to the 8 before going out.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face, because I could think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down? Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
Fielded at the 7. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Now for the 2nd time this game, we get a look at the New York offense. And they haven't gotten their legs under them on offense just yet, Brock. 3 plays and a punt on their opening drive. Back to throw on 1st and 10. That pass is caught by Wan'Dale Robinson. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 34. That's complete to Darius Slayton. It's a 31-yard play. And the Giants will have a 1st down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
So the big play moves him well past midfield, has him set up now at the 35. On 1st down, this is Singletary. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
A 2nd down run by Singletary. And defenders continue to swarm over to get him at the line. He didn't get anything on that run, so struggles on the ground, leaving them with 3rd and long. They kick the running back in motion. Here he is on 3rd and long. He's on the move. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he slides down with enough to pick up that 1st. He picks up 15 on the play. And it's good enough for a New York first down. Setting up a throw. Did not like what he was seeing, Brock, and he just hurls this one away. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. He'll throw it. And that one is dropped. Such great work to get all by himself, but he can't haul in the gimme, and that deep shot is missed. Wow.
And 10 yards to go.
Third and long for him here. Chased out to his right. Oh, he's gonna run for it. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a first and goal. Here's Singletary. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
Hey, I get it on first and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Trying again, Singletary. And he runs it across, touchdown! The Giants pull ahead 6-3 in the first. Devin Singletary with the touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns.
Now we'll pause. The officials want to take a good look at this and confirm it was indeed a touchdown. Ooh, it doesn't get much closer than this, Brock. Did that ball in any way break the plane of the end zone?
You know how I like to look at this, Kate? Imagine a plane of glass going from the front end of that end zone straight in the air, and any part of the ball, any part of it just touches the plane of that glass, and this is a touchdown.
So after a second look, they say he did not break the plane, no touchdown. From the gun on third down. The shot to the end zone is incomplete.
QBs, well, they're a lot like the great shooters in the NBA. Hey, listen, sometimes you're going to miss. You just got to shake it off and keep shooting away.
Back to throw, needs the end zone. On the move, headed, and he's going to go down. They get to him on 4th and goal and complete the defensive stand. Following the play, one of the Vikings in some distress as they hurry the medical staff out to look at him. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. They'll run the counter, and he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
At the 1-yard line.
First carry here for Aaron Jones. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. There's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on third down. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Buys. He just kept going the wrong way, and that's going to cost him. That is a safety. And it wasn't a touchdown or a field goal, Brock, but hey, points are points, and their first points of the game come on that there safety.
You'll take them any way you can get them in this league, Kate, right? And if the defense has got to score and they've got to continue to score, that is just fine, because that is a breath of fresh air on that sideline and hopefully a bit of a kickstarter for their offense as well.
Always hurts to do this. They give up the safety and now have to kick it away. It's fielded at the 14. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. The Giants offense all set to get started. They took their shot on 4th and goal, came away empty-handed, so a lot to like, Brock, but just need to find a way to punch it in this time. Play action on 1st down. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Ivan Pace has got it. And the Vikings will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
They'll take over.
He was trying to fit it into a window in the zone coverage, but by the time he let it go, boy, Brock, that lane had closed, and someone was there to make a play on
Now,
it.
what you're trying to do in zone coverage defensively is make that quarterback see a window that isn't actually there. And as soon as he takes the bait and sends it over the middle, well, you got 1, 2, 3 defenders all there in range to go pick it off.
So good field position to start with for the Vikings this drive, 1st and 10. Man in motion, out of the slot. Okay, the wide receiver's gonna get it to begin the drive. And he's able to reach that midfield stripe after some solid running. It's an 8-yard pickup, then they're gonna have 2nd and 2 next.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Some early movement on the left side there, but was he the first to go, or was he provoked? There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost him 5 yards. Offense to the line for 2nd down. They're going play action. Flushed out of the pocket. He takes it himself. He'll work it a couple of yards past the line. Brian Burns coming up with the stop. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
McCarthy looking to throw. Escapes the pocket. He's running for it. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
He's on the move. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
This guy, Kate, he can create. He really is good out there. He's skilled when it comes to getting outside the pocket, which makes it all the more impressive. They contained him so well when he was clearly looking to generate something with his legs.
One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. And that's nearly intercepted, but couldn't hang on. Just a harmless incompletion. It's 3rd down. This, our last play of the quarter. On 3rd and long, it's McCarthy. And that is how our 1st quarter will end, as that pass falls incomplete. So before they can set up for another play, we've hit the end of the 1st quarter. We've got a close one here. We'll get back to East Rutherford after this. The Vikings getting their punt team out. And this is the first time he's been called on today. And this hits at the 4 before taking a bounce into the end zone. That's a touchback. So here come the Giants, ready to take over again on offense. And this drive, Brock, hopefully longer than that last one. They were only out there 1 play before they were picked off.
They're kind of a good chance right now to see how risk-averse these guys are offensively. A lot of game left. They could give the passing game a little breather and start this one on the ground.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. And they get him right at the line of scrimmage.
What an excellent job there by the defense. Once he gets out on the move, to be able to corral and contain him and not give up any yards. So often a unit can't keep that contained, and a play like that will go for a big gain.
So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. Here's a quick pass, caught outright. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. He got a major fistful of jersey on that play, and it's going to end up costing him. Throwing on 2nd and real long here. That's to his running back, Devin Singletary. And they're able to drag him down as he reaches the 15-yard line.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Almost a completion of the wrong team there. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And he hauls it in right near the 40-yard line. We don't get a return out of that punt. And it's going to be Vikings football. Now the Minnesota offense trotting out. They come in on a little 2-game skid, Brock, but in control of this one so far. Lone back gets the handoff. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. Looking to throw, McCarthy. Dialing up a receiver screen. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. 3rd and 4 coming up now. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. That's good for 7 yards. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down. Man in motion here. Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And he's brought down for a loss.
Can I have a moment, Kate? Just a moment to marvel at how well they reacted to that play on defense. They were all over it from the start, getting behind the line to blow up a play that how many times do we see as highlight reel touchdowns going the other way?
And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. They need some extra time to think over 3rd and long. We've got a timeout. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Ooh, can't avoid that one, and they take him down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Minnesota lined up in punt formation. He broke 50 on his first punt and looks to have done the same here. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. 58 yards on the punt there. And the Giants are going to take over with a lot of field ahead of them. They go play action on first. He's got it over the middle. And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play. Following that completion, a member of the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the gun, a carry by Singletary. Pickup of 2 here. And the Giants will have a first down. Here's Singletary again. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Short side option here. He's running left. And he gets him around 6 there. Brought to the ground by Cameron Bynum. A solid gain of 6 there. It's going to be 3rd and just a yard. Now an inside give to Singletary. And he stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. They'll throw on 3rd and long. Finds his target, Robinson. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Dropping back to throw. Anticipated the quick staccato pass there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Could not beat the defender there. So it's 2nd down coming up. Give to Singletary from the gun. And this defense continuing to erase the ground game. This one stopped at the line. And the Vikings add an extra defensive back for this 3rd down. Back to throw. It's caught, Herbert.
Awareness. Okay, you hear me and so many others talk about it a lot with quarterbacks, but it's critical for every unit on a football field. And for the defense right there, to have an awareness of knowing where the marker was and to make sure that completion wasn't going to move the chains.
And this one ventures out of play on the fly. The question is where it's marked. Looks like they'll say the 17-yard line. The Minnesota offense ready to set up shop again. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him in. He takes a pop, and the ball comes out. And they scoop it up. They can still run with it. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Tyler Nubin with the tackle. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And that plunge is going to garner a couple of yards. Bobby Okereke making that stop. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. He has the first over the middle. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. A 5-yard gain on the play. And it'll bring up a Minnesota 1st down. Motion man right is Jefferson. They'll run here on 1st down. And that's good for a gain of 5. Brian Burns coming up with the stop. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. McCarthy now, blitz coming. He'll get this to Jefferson. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Back-to-back carries here. And he fights his way forward to get this to the 45. 6 yards the pickup there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4. McCarthy throwing here. That's caught in stride by Addison. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. Spinning his way into space. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. So it's the 2-minute warning here from MetLife. The Vikings with the football. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun. Completed over the middle. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. 2nd and 3 now.
the 21-yard line.
From the 21. Finds him over the middle. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. Jordan Addison, the intended target. And now they face 2nd down. Back to the air, McCarthy. Getting out to his left. He's running with it. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. Timeout taken by the offense, their second. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. After the loss, it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Now McCarthy. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Rolling left, buying some time. And they score! It's a Minnesota touchdown! The Vikings will add to their lead at the end of the half. J.J. McCarthy, the touchdown. Wow, great work there by the quarterback. The play broke down, didn't really have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise, and in the end, Brock, the best call he could have made.
Yeah, and you can do it in different ways in today's NFL, right? The Tom Brady's just recently retired. He did it with his brain. He did it with his mind, but you've got to be able to improvise, as you said. You got to be able to create when a play breaks down, and when you can put 6 on the board, man, does that infuse your offensive group with confidence.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Return coming from the 6. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Giants getting 1 more series here before the half. And with field position and the clock against them, probably not going to see anything of substance here before halftime. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. So at the end of 2, the Vikings playing Road Warriors here. They've got the lead. Now we'll send you down the East Coast to our studios in Orlando. Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll begin up in the Steel City, Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Justin Fields, strong in the win, as his guys run their record to 8-2 with the W. From there, we move to H-Town to check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting Jacksonville Jaguars. C.J. Stroud, sharp in the victory, as his guys get back within a game of 500. Finally, we're out to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they were losers in that one as they fall to the visiting Tennessee Titans. Will Levis, strong in the win, as his guys run their record to 8-2 with the W. These 2 teams heading out of the tunnel, and we're ready to get back to it. For the call of the second half, here is the great Kate T. Scott. Kate?
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. The Giants ready to kick this one away, and off we go once more. Return starts at the 9. Finds some space, he's past the 30. They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. McCarthy to throw it. Forced out to... Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
We've got enough data now through the years to understand that an explosive play on offense, more often than not, leads to scoring. We also know if you can create a negative play defensively. In a tightly contested game like this, every play matters. And to get that negative play, put this offense on their heels, exactly what this defense needed.
The give here on 2nd. And he's brought down. They're spotting this one right at the 20. Only 1 yard there. Not much of a dent for them, though. They're facing 3rd and a mile. Here's McCarthy to throw. Has the connection to Hawkinson. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
That's just discipline with a capital D. The play in the huddle is a running back screen, but it takes discipline for that offensive line to not get downfield. Discipline for that receiver to stay alert, stay aware that he's a viable option as well.
And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Call that a booming 56 yards in the end. And it'll be Giants football. New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. Play action on 1st down. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
That drop ruins the payoff to a well-designed play. It got a man open, it beat the coverage. That's a call they can revisit in the future with hopefully a much better job finishing the catch.
And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
That hits at the 9, but nobody around to grab it. It carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Vikings back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. And the start to his NFL career has been everything that they could have hoped for. He's really adjusted to the league quickly, and as a result, one of the contenders to be named Offensive Rookie of the Year. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. All right, here we go. 2nd down. They give it to him again. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
Well, it's not a long walk to the new spot, but it is a disappointing one to make. Instead of 3rd down, they're now defending 1st and 10. 1st and 10 for him now, following the penalty. They'll run here, following the penalty. He spins right by him. That one goes for 25 yards. And that's going to give the Vikings the 1st down.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this beast down.
First and 10 from the 41. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Throw left side, brought in by Hawkinson. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They strike for 23 yards. And it'll bring up a Minnesota 1st down. Some movement there before the snap, right side of the line. This is going to back them up.
False start. Offense.
One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. Running back sent in motion left. Out to his wideout, it's a screen. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
That's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
They'll run now on second down. And they make the stop, but a lot closer to the end zone now. He got it to the 11. 7 yards on the carry. Now they've got 3rd and 3. Looking to throw, McCarthy. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. Officials signaling for a timeout. It's taken by the offense. Smith able to put it through. And it's now a 2-possession game as the lead grows to 11.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. Second time they brought him out for a field goal, and second time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
Starting from the 5. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. New York taking over once again. The offense heading out. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Back now, pressure on its way. And this bullet falls to the ground. It was there, he just couldn't corral it. So that brings up 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
They go play action here. Finds a seam down the middle. And he takes it in. Touchdown, New York! The Giants shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just gotta ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you gotta win right from the jump. And you gotta protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
He's throwing for it! And the call to go for it not rewarded as the pass falls incomplete.
I've heard great receiver coaches say, watch your fingers wrap around the ball. You know, it's pretty clear he should have had that one, and he didn't get the job done. And 2 points, well, they're left on the table.
So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. McCole Hardman now on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Now after that return, we've got an injured player getting some assistance as we momentarily step aside. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
It's now 2nd and 6.
On play action now, McCarthy. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. Looking for Justin Jefferson on that throw. And it's 3rd down.
The coverage by Bobby O'Carroll.
They'll go play action here. It's McCarthy. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. Well, they scrambled back on top of the fumble. They lose a ton, though, and now they've got 4th down coming up.
Yeah, recovering it really only brought you one more play. With how much they lost on that play, well, here come the special teams. And now, well, now they got to be special.
Punt team on the field. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. Calls for the fair catch, and he's got it at the 34-yard line. No return on that punt. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Singletary. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
To throw it on first down. His quick throw knocked away, incomplete. Clean breakup on that throw. So it'll be second down.
It leads to second and 10.
Here's a throw. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up third down.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
Chased out to his right, and they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up fourth down.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB could run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there was none to be had. No escape route available this time.
The Giants are set to punt. And he's going to do the honors for the fourth time today. Ooh, it's away, but he knows he mishit that one. Headed for the sideline. And this just gets past the 20 before going out.
At their own 18-yard line.
Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. They're going play action. To the right, hauled in by Jefferson. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
That's why you often see some mix, some high-percentage pass plays on first and 10. You got to keep the defense honest. They're always looking for a run in that situation and a chance to stack them up for second and long.
Here's second and 11. He smartly won't risk something here and just chucks it away. So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Hutchinson reels it in. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
Punter takes the field on fourth down, and he sends this one flying. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. That punt finishes as a 60-yard effort. And it'll be their football. Drive starts out with a first and 10. They'll come out throwing. He locates Daniel Bellinger. And he'll be brought down along the 25-yard line.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Fakes the handoff, now to throw. Escapes the pocket. He'll step up, and there he goes. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. A give up the gut to Singletary. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down. Third down, 1 yard to go. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he's officially into enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. They'll throw it. This finds Bellinger. And he goes out a little short of the 40. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Yards on the pickup brings up 2nd and 2.
From the 42. And that was just a little bit too low to be brought in. Malik Neighbors, the one he was throwing for. But still plenty of options left on 3rd and short. Here's Singletary. And he's brought down for a loss.
I know they say it any time he comes up in an interview, but they appreciate having him on this defense so much, Kate, because of plays like that one. Those are great instincts. It takes instincts and want to come up and run support, and not many corners can make that stop.
Punting unit out now. And this is the 5th time he's been called upon today. And that's well into the end zone, so a missed chance to stick them near the goal line. Instead, they're going to have the ball at the 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Now he'll throw off the play fake. He puts some juice on a deep throw down the middle. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down. Lone back gets the handoff. And he got there to make the stop at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and they still need 10 now on 3rd down. Motioning left is their running back. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. And that boot will instead be what starts our 4th quarter. We've reached the end of the 3rd. It's Vikings ball, working to carry this lead through to the end. The Vikings getting their punt team out. And this will come from just inside his end zone. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Nice kick there. It's a punt of 53 yards. And it's going to be their football coming up. Now here comes the New York offense. Well, their last drive, not the one they want to replicate after they were forced to punt it away. Back to throw on 1st and 10. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Looking to the air here. Able to hit Robinson, complete. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. Vikings defense countering with a nickel look. 3rd down coming. Back to throw now. He has the first over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Off the play fake, he's gonna throw. Taken in by Bellinger. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead, Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this third down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
That's into the hands of Singletary. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 22 on that one. And that will set up first and goal.
I don't know about you, Kate, but I think somebody's auditioning for some extra work as a receiver. If he could do that coming out of the backfield, imagine the damage he could do if they sent him out into one of those spots out wide.
Gotta think this is 4-down territory, Brock, as they come up here first and goal. From the red zone now. Has it in close. And that's a New York touchdown. The impact this guy has had on this game, Brock, has been massive. They'd be on the comeback trail right now if it wasn't for his 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, and that second one far bigger than his first when you just look at the game circumstances. Puts him in front here in the second half and puts a little jet fuel in the engines of their defense.
So now a big moment for the Giants as they line up for 2.
The Giants will line up for the 2.
Keeping it on the ground. And he's into the end zone. Really smart call here in the 4th. Now a field goal would only tie this game. Well, that right there, a very important 2-point conversion, Brock. Their lead now up to 3. A field goal would only tie this one.
Yeah, the math was pretty easy on that one, right? You know what it does. It puts you up 3 and forces a field goal on the other side. But I'll tell you what else I like there, Kate. It's psychology. Puts a little seed of doubt on that other side. Maybe if you come into this moment later in the game, and certainly an injection of confidence for your offense that they can deliver in the clutch.
Has this at the 6. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The Vikings taking the field on offense. They find themselves down here in the 4th after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. 1st and 10, here's McCarthy. Into traffic, complete. And this one doesn't go far. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. The give now out of the shotgun. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. He got 5, and now it's going to be 3rd down and 3.
5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. They get 6 and a first down as well.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Well, a tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
On 1st down, they'll run. Escapes a defender. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Following the play, we have somebody in some pain still out there. And that appears to be Jordan Addison who's being looked at. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Mitchell up the middle. Into the secondary past the 40. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
You know, you call that first down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards, but they'll take that every single time.
Ball at the 33 for first down. Throwing now off play action. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Short pass brought in. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. And the Giants going nickel, 3rd down coming. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. lot of pressure on this kick for Will Reichert. From the right hash, this is going to be a 41-yarder. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And in the fourth quarter, that's going to tie the game.
So many of these players on the field, Kate, they just strive for consistency, but not the kickers. They strive for perfection, and so far, he's just that.
Return coming from the 6. Some good work on that return. Brock gets this up to the 33. The Giants headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And this is some quality film review right here. Look at this. Couple of touchdowns. Good amount of yards, too. He's been moving them down the field like only he can. Putting together quite the game for himself in the process. Ball at the 33 for first down. It's an option right that begins this drive. And that carry only nets one on the plunge up the gut.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs. Football on that 47-yard line, first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Now an inside give to Singletary. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Running it after the penalty. And he drives it up past the 45. Give him 4 yards there, and now it'll bring up 2nd and 16. They're throwing it. That one's incomplete over the middle.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field, but in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
He's on the move. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. It's picked up by the Vikings, going the other way. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
Hey, a normal old stop on third down just wasn't good enough for this crew. Nope, they had to rip the ball away from them literally in an impressive and dominant play that sets their offense up for success.
The Vikings offense back to the field now. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. They're set up at the 35 now. They'll run here on first down. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. 2nd and 13. Looking slant route, complete. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
It's results like that that drive coordinators nuts. Premature balding, gray, wrinkles, all of it, Kate. You call something conservative, the last thing you're thinking is you're going to lose yards on the 3rd and 1 run.
A lot of pressure on this kick for Will Reichert. This is a 44-yard look from the right hash. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And they take the lead in the 4th quarter.
Well, I tell you what, you get to this time of the game, you've got to have that reliable kicker on the sideline to turn things over to. That's the definition of clutch. right there as they take the lead.
That's going to be taken in at the 8. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Giants ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And there's a couple of moments we're seeing here that I think he's not going to want to be reminded of after this game. Turnovers have just interrupted his performance in this one. Made it really tough for him and this team to get into and stay in any kind of rhythm. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Catch is made, it's Jalen Hyatt. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. To throw here on 1st down. And he can't reel it in, incomplete.
Man, that ball looked good out of his hands. It just couldn't get through the defense cleanly. Somebody tips it away and saves a potential completion.
2nd and 10 now. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
He's going deep this time. And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back into rhythm.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. The Vikings and this running back headed back out for a new series. And as some running lanes have closed, he's just found some new ones. Continuing to hit this defense, more good numbers well into this 2nd half. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
That's a pretty good stop on 1st down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. He musters up 3 yards on the run. That sets up 3rd and 4. Back to throw it. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. He was looking for TJ Hawkinson. And 4th and 4 coming up. Minnesota lined up in punt formation. And this is going to put him up to 6 punts today. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Giants are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. 1st and 10, looking to throw. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Setting up to pass. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Here he is to throw. Escapes the pocket. Oh, the ball's out. The ball's out. He lost it. It's picked up by the Vikings going the other way. And they stop him before he gets much on the return. Now one of the Vikings in some pain out there. So we'll get a stoppage here as he's helped by trainers. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Now a give left side. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. The Giants using their first timeout as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. They give it to him again. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag.
Holding. Offense.
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. They'll run here following the penalty. And he's brought down after a short gain. Timeout called, and that's going to be the second for New York. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Looking to throw. Able to find Hawkinson. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. The Giants are going to call their final timeout here. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. They drop to a knee, and what little time we have left here is going to tick down.
There's still some time to bleed off the clock, but the important factor is that the defense is helpless to stop it. You could just run that clock down as far as you're able and take off every single second.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense.
So he jumped too early, and that's going to cost him 5 yards. With the win in hand, they'll take the knee, let this clock run out. After one final kneel down, partner, and this should do it. So the Vikings pick up the win on the road. And just a week after being soundly defeated, they're back out there playing a much better brand of football. Short memories prevail, Brock, as they move past that loss and get back to some winning football. So for Brock Heward and all of our crew, I'm Kate Scott, wrapping up another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The Vikings emerge as winners as we say so long from New York.